Hey guys, Stephanie here. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now, but before we get started, I just want to say this isn't like one of those videos on how to make more sales or how to get more followers on social media. This is more of sharing light on, the tough days of having a small business. I think that the first major thing that always gets me down is social media. I'm not sure if it's just something that we've gotten used to or we just don't notice, but at least for me, social media has played such a big part of my daily life or just day. If you take the time to think about it, how much are you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that you use? For me, it was a lot, not just for my personal, but for my business as well, doing research, and doing all the things that you have to do when you are starting a business on social media. And it was so draining, and it still is draining. I deactivated my personal Instagram just because, one, I wasn't gaining anything from it. I'm gonna make a video about that. And the second I did that was already freeing in itself. But if you have a business, you also know how important social media is. So for me, I think that's where I struggle, is finding the balance on how long to be on social media and also enough to keep my business going. Also, with that being said, social media is also kind of toxic. It's awesome because you get inspiration and you get to share what you do and you get to, discover all these new things, but it's also really draining because I feel like it's natural to compare yourself to other people, whether it's their successful business or their lifestyle or their body or whatever it is. And I feel like that's really hard. For me, it has been too, and it's been something that I've been working on, is having my confidence as a business owner and having confidence in what I'm creating and not losing that, because that is, for me at least, what got me to even pursue this. Because I feel like having a small business, it is really scary. You invest your own money and you invest your own time into your dream. So I think it's so important that you really work on your confidence for your business and you find something that works for you, because without it, what will we have? It's kind of like we don't want to be like everybody else. We want to be unique. We want our product to be unique. The world wouldn't be fun if we were all the same. So as hard as that can be, because I totally get it, it's hard to not compare yourself when you see other businesses in your market be so successful, getting those followers, getting that engagement, and you are putting in your work into making reels or TikToks and they don't even come close. I can understand how frustrating that is. And on the note of having tough days, I think it's important to have a support system, whether it's an online community like the one that I'm hoping that we can create here, or it's, family, friends, a significant other. For me, and I don't even mean this in one of those pity ways, I'm not close with my family. I don't have any friends, and I'm okay with that. Me and my fiance have been together for 10 years. Well, it's going to be 10 years in June. And he is the most supportive person in my life. He is more present for me than anyone ever has in my life. On my tough days, he's always there to pick me up and remind me why I started in the first place. And you're gonna have those days, regardless if it's, because you're having a business or just because life's tough. It's important to have someone to remind you and to just be like, hey, you got this. You got this. We can do this. It gets easier. The third thing is, let's talk about strategy. So something, and you'll know what I'm talking about, when you're starting off with your small business, there is a lot of courses or a lot of social media marketing, obviously on Instagram, with tips and tricks and all these things to make you grow. Yes, some of the things that they say is important, but I think that was my biggest downfall. Was I was getting so wrapped up into being this social media like guru and knowing everything and using the right hashtags, and just, I was literally drowning. I hated it. I was starting to hate social media, and I was starting to spend more time on the internet, on all these platforms, instead of actually doing what my business is even about, which is making jewelry. And it just got me in this like downward spiral of not only not being creative, but just not being motivated and ready to give up on all of this that I've invested my time, a lot of tears, and my money, and just go back to go get a job. Like, no, we're not quitters. We're not doing that. Life is hard, but just because something is hard doesn't mean that we need to quit. And I know that that is so much easier said than done or thought, but it's true. You know, as I've gotten older and I've come to realize, it's funny, you know, all those like cringy quotes that we would hear growing up or we would see, like, no, they're actually true. Like, it does get better. Your life has, you know, everything has a purpose. This journey that we're on, not just small business related, with anything. You know, it's tough. You know, some days are hard. It's a challenge, but it's for a reason and it's gonna make sense. And not only that, think about the person that, how much you're gonna grow after going through such a tough experience or doing things that you didn't even think you had the courage to do. Which, first of all, props to us on that in general, because of the fact that not a lot of people do have the courage to put everything that they have in yourself, because that's really who you're investing in. And why shouldn't you? Right? Why shouldn't we invest our money and our time into ourselves? Because if there's one person that can get it done, it's you. Right? You're the only one that can make the life you've always wanted, be the person you've always wanted. So we can't lose that by getting so wrapped up on how to come across on social media, making the perfect videos, making the, you know, not saying that that stuff is not important, but losing yourself in it is what is most important. That can't happen. This is all based off of how I've been feeling, you know, in my experience with this. With all that being said, thank you guys for listening. I hope that you found it relatable and that you don't feel alone, because you're not. It's part of the journey. It's going to be tough. There's going to be some days where you're just not all about it. But all this hard work and the stress and the tears are going to pay off. That being said, oh, bless you. I'll make sure to link all my social medias right here. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so bear with me. If I can't figure it out, it will get better. But if they're not on the screen, I'll make sure to link everything down below. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye.